back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, The White March. We just had the mob outside. We're going to talk to Marshal Forwin. I decided just to do the loading off screen, so less time that you guys spent sit there looking at a menu. Lord, a player named Gus. Yep, that's me. I received word that Lord Gathbin is amassing an army of mercenaries near Yenwood Field. It appears a peaceful claim to Cail Nua is no longer possible. The Earl has sent me to aid you in forming your own force to counter this threat. I'm here in an advisory role only. Of course, the Earl wouldn't officially take sides in this dispute. Well, why won't the Earl officially legitimize my claim? Well, it is a delicate situation. Legally, Lord Gathbin's claim is just, and he knows it. Stripping land and title from a noble family is quite dangerous. Perhaps more so than killing the man outright. With Gathbin dead, the Earl only need worry about blood vengeance from family members that actually cared for Lord Gathbin. Those, if court gossip is to be believed, are few and far between. Losing a family claim to land and title, though, such disputes incite hatred from the entire clan and their political allies, not to mention the unease it causes amongst other nobles. Well, wars are started for less. No, if Gathbin is to be denied, it will be you who must prove your legitimacy to the Earl and all others who dispute your claims. This is what it means to be a noble in the Deerwood. Alright. How much time do I have? Enough. It's rumored Lord Gathbin will suffer a series of unfortunate and completely unforeseeable setbacks before his army is complete. He grins and winks. Still, I'd not tarry long. I have a fortress with strong walls. Why not let Gathbin's army come to me? Lord Gathbin isn't fool enough to risk tearing down Cail Nua just to kill you, and if you shield yourself behind these walls, you'll have free reign to torment your subjects in the countryside. That's true. Earl Betamar will see your inaction against Lord Gathbin as a sign that you're unwilling to perform your duties as Lord of Cail Nua. Losing his support will have dire consequences. Taking the fight to Lord Gathbin is your only option. Well, let's talk about my army. Marshal nods. Where am I getting my troops? I have sent out a call for volunteers from the lands around Cail Nua. Hopefully, people will realize that being under your rule is preferable to that of Lord Gathbin's. Any hireling stationed at Cail Nua will also accompany you to the battle. So I suggest you acquire as many of them as possible. However, most of these men and women will have no military experience. Hopefully you can gain additional allies, the Knights of the Crucible perhaps, or the Dozens. What's the status of my regular troops? The Marshal shakes his head. Too green and too few. If you go up against Lord Gathbin now, losses will be heavy. However, victory is still possible. We need to recruit some veteran troops. I know a company of 2 veterans that would be willing to join us for a bit of coin. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'd say 10,000 copper should cover the expenses. Let me think about that one. What special allies do I have available? He shakes his head. No one has offered their help, I'm afraid. It may be possible to find an ally in Defiance Bay among the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, or, if you're truly desperate, the House of Dominal. I've also heard rumors of a force of Redisarans currently in the White March. If you find your way that far north, perhaps you can sway some of them to join our cause. That's all for now. Farewell. Well, that is a fun little problem that I have. Well, I'll deal with this soon. Apparently, we're going to have to try to get the Dozens and the Crucible Knights, or one or the other, to join us. The Crucible Knights seem the easier choice, probably. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, it's Drake hunting time as
better indeed.
Promised. We're going to rest now just to make sure that we have everything that we could possibly want. The hedge maze has been completed. Well, that is fortuitous, isn't it? Alright, next up on our to get built list. Is there anything else down here? Nope. So it comes down to 5 things remaining. Artificer's Howl is going to be it. We are a little bit brokish at this point, which is less great than you would expect. I mean, we're significantly stronger. Let's just hope it's stronger enough. I'm going to roll out with... what level? We're all level 8. Let's roll out with accepting this and heading to Searing Falls. I can probably do some upgrading of my equipment too. I have been gathering items. I don't know that I've got any Was it sapphire? It was some sort of blue gem. A distant relative of Nyrid has arrived at the stronghold requesting they be freed in exchange for coin. Okay. Well, I found Nyrid and he was using it. I'll accept the money. He's gone. Alright, cool. So we've did do the killings. That is the thing that has happened. I would like to take a quick gander at my inventory. More specifically, his inventory. And can we enchant it with like a higher quality level? Exceptional. We are still missing the sapphires, which is exactly what I thought we were missing. Well, that's fine, I guess. Is there anything else we can do with his weapon? It's got damaging 2. I would think that corrosive would be okay. I'm going to throw that in there. Corrosive and... what do beasts consider? I don't know what... Let's close that up. Alright. Well, we are about to go and do a battle that I dare say may be impossible. Probably is. Might not be. Might not be so bad at this point. I don't know. We have a lot of tools available to us. We have summons. We have just a whole bunch of stuff. There is a very real possibility that we're going to be okay. There's also a very real possibility that we're absolutely not going to be okay, and it's going to be a terrible, terrible thing. So, I don't really know which one's going to be accurate. We're going to do a quick save. And apparently something happened here. The violent deaths of 2 Magranite priests at Evan Dewar Bridge generated grief and outrage at the Godhammer Citadel. It did not take long for Kana to discover that radical Raedasarans were responsible. 2 wizards had placed the curses that killed the priests, but they were backed by dozens of Raedasaran veterans from the Saints' War. As the wizards had no interest in negotiating with Kana or the Magranites, a battle erupted, much of it running over the same fields that saw combat during the war. In the end, the wizards were killed and the remaining Raedasarans were routed. The priests that had died in the initial attack were buried near the bridge, and the ceremonial gloves of the senior priest were given to Kana in thanks. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good. 1 average item. Well, I'll take it. I will take it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea how this is all going to play out. I can only assume not super well. But again, I don't know. I mean, maybe this is going to be super easy. Highly doubtful. This is probably going to be one of the most difficult battles that we're faced with since the beginning.
I'm here.
Well, maybe not. Rippling waves of heat rise. Yeah, it does look rather warm here, does it not? It does. Alright. Our boys are here. We're going to do one more quick save. I really, really am terrified. Again, I tried this battle long ago when I was level 5 with my paladin, Hammy Hampton. It never went well. I won't say I was almost able to do it, but I did okay a few times. Alright, so piercing damage, I believe, is actually good against the drakes. While originally I believe I was mistaken. I thought it wasn't. Alright, Cail the Silent. Let's see what you got for me. Oh, he's casting fire. I should probably get away from that. Or just kind of take it on the face, I guess. As it seems like it's going to be. Alright, so first things first, we got to make sure that we are capable of not just getting wrecked immediately. Alright, please don't actually cast. I don't think he did. Oh no, he actually did. Alright. We need to make sure that this goes well. Okay, it looks like everybody will be hit with this, which is good. And we need to take down any and everything conceivably possible that we can do. I would like very much to... Is that me? That's me. I would like to get over here and do maybe summon a blight. Alright, Adair, what can you do, buddy?
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Okay, so I did that. I'm going to run over to the other side over here. I'm hoping that this thing just keeps him distracted.
That's not very helpful.
Okay, well, we're going to do this instead, I guess. Since, you know, reasons and logic and whatnot. Cast that. The young Drake. Can I pull him closer? Alright, we need you guys to do some cool, horrible things to some cool, horrible people. There we go. It's going to do some okay stuff, I suppose. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, scoot up, and we're going to do this. Okay, and what are we doing? It's going to be quite nasty. Okay, that's fine. Is this a fire? Of course it's a flame blight. Well, whatever. It's keeping them from, like, attacking other things. Cail the Silent isn't really accomplishing too much here either. Which I don't particularly hate. Like, sure, it could be better, but I don't really hate it. Let's see if we can't get through the young drakes here. Alright. Can we knock you on your butt again? Okay, the young drake is down, the other young drake is down. This is actually looking really easy all of a sudden. Alright, E2 even E2 is just like, what else? I don't even care. Okay, and then he got melted by fire and died instantly. Well, before that, he was enjoying life. He was just like, what ifs? Now he's kind of more like, oh, dang, I'm not alive anymore. Huh, I thought I was doing well. Turns out I wasn't. Surprise. Okay, so, pretty good idea would probably be to, I don't know, maybe do a Pillar of Faith on him. And you could probably do some sort of like weird mental mind spike. I suppose you could probably do like a necrotic lance. Okay, all that being said, let's get you to scoot up a little. Get you just a tad bit closer.
How may I help?
Again, a little closer. Okay, we're all here. Let's once again remove all fear-based problems that we may or may not be faced with. Okay, then we're going to back away again. And, you know, I'm actually okay with just chilling here. As we slowly murder your face. I don't think like a fire sword is really going to be the best plan for me. But maybe we do something like this. Could be pretty useful. Alright, everybody. Lay into him. I know, I'm sad and sorry that E2 went down as well. But again, if he's the only casualty of war, I am totally okay with that. I accept that fully. Okay, that was actually way easier. Well, again,
I'm here.
3 levels higher, significantly better gear. I have a better understanding of the game in general, the Burning Stone. On the ground where the dragon had curled around it, you find a stone that grows a brilliant orange, yet is cool to the touch when you reach to retrieve it. Cool. Durance catches a glimpse of it and his eyes bulge out of their sockets. He scowls, his mouth puckered as though having tasted poison, and he spits on the stony ground. A whore's cruel jest. She has always known where to sink her claws to get a rise out of me. We just put all that stuff away, and we got some experience. What do you mean? The stone you carry. This is part of the bomb that destroyed Aothis, the Godhammer. Tell me about the Godhammer? Ask me on the road, Watcher. I'm in no mood for it when the whore's bitter perfume still clogging my senses. You seem angry. For the first time, Durrance seems to become aware of his demeanor, and as quickly as it had flared, it seems to recede until you start to question whether he had been angry at all. No. It is not anger, you see. I am merely the victim of a divine practical joke, it seems. That will remain between she and I, Watcher, for I am able to appreciate it. Okay. What's it doing here? One wonders. The bomb blew big, but it would not have sent fragments this far from the Citadel. The Drake must have carried it quite a distance, or Magran merely put it here herself. Is it worth anything? Ha! Ask Aothis. If you mean in terms of copper, there was once a time when it might have been. But the market soon became flooded with pieces of the Godhammer, most of them no more than trivial enchantments of swindlers dabbling in wizardry. Counterfeit. As there has never been a reliable way to judge a fragment's authenticity, and the would-be judges are often watchers, questionable as the artifacts themselves, their value is plummeted considerably. Ask any shopkeeper if he's interested, and he'll sell you his fragments instead. Well, let's bring it back to Firga, or Figra. I got nothing. Firga? You catch Durrance scowling once more out of the corner of your eye, but he says nothing. Well, that went cool. See, I'm happy. I like stuff like that. I like being able to come back to a place that whoop my booty, and then be able to whoop its booty back. Alright, we're going to actually rest, because we can, simply put. We had to pay out. We're hemorrhaging money, like, a lot.
Real feels near.
Really?
I shall be discreet.
Well, that's a thing that happened. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually quite annoyed. Well, your move speed can be lower. I don't care too much. Mildly frustrated. I mean, you were the one. No, I suppose Sagani's the more perceptible. Oh, well, actually seems quite good. What is this? Potion of power and some pearls. Well, I done got my booty kicked. Minor cloak of protection or an actual cloak of protection. Go with the actual.
I'm here.
I just want to point out that my cloak didn't really seem to change color at all. I feel like that's kind of silly. But I suppose maybe cloaks of protection are the exact same color. If I were to get something different, it would be different. Well, rippling waves of heat rise. Well, short of walking into the trap and losing half the HP on the grieving mother, it went pretty good. Okay, so I've literally cleared out everything outside of Defiance Bay, I think. I don't know if there's any other new areas that we can go to at this point. But I'm pretty sure I've killed everything. So, we will return to Defiance Bay. Copper Lane does seem like the logical choice, though. Again, I'm not 100% sure I want to do that. We'll probably go back to the first fires, because we can turn in there, we can do the Crucible Nights and all that stuff. So I guess we'll go there instead. 12 hours. I'm still bummed out that I got hurt. I'm like, trap triggered. Are you kidding me? Why? Why was there a trap there, man? You got a freaking giant dragon with 2 other dragons. I mean, come on. Really, Gus? Really? Alright, so the Ducal Palace. Valiant Embassy. I think we want to go to the palace. I'm pretty sure that's what we want. We got to get the Crucible Knights on our side to help us fight. And once we go and fight, everything should be coming up roses. We deal with Lord Gathman and GG. I guess. I don't actually know. We still got to go underneath the catacombs under the city and get into the Temple of Wodika, but yeah. What's up, Virga?
Hello.
May you be guided and tempered by the flame. Present the burning stone. I journeyed to Syrian Falls myself. This is what I found there. Are you still having visions of these falls? Her voice is low and quiet, yes, and of the cave and something within. Some small bright ember of faith guarded by a terrible danger. I only wish I could go myself. Well, I did it. She takes the stone in her hands and gasps, by the flame, do you know what this is? It's a fragment of the Godhammer bomb. Yes, she turns it in her hand. The very weapon that Magrin herself helped us build to defeat Widewind in the Saints' War. She turns the stone in her hands, gazing into its bright glow. It's weird seeing it right in front of you like that. Before it was just stories, never seemed real. Yet her mouth twists into a frown and the orange light carves deep shadows across her face. So why don't I feel any differently? What good does this do? Her knuckles whiten as she tightens her finger around the stone. You hold part of a weapon designed by a god. The very existence of such a thing should fill you with awe. Magrin is the goddess of trials, and yet you sent me to pursue the vision she gave you. You proved yourself faithless. She entrusted the Godhammer to her followers, and perhaps she's trusting them again to end the legacy. Yeah, that. Transformation through trial. She turns the stone in her hands. It isn't an easy answer, but I would expect no less from my goddess. Well, whatever. This woman hasn't been tried at all. Would that we were alone, I would take it upon myself to instill real transformation. As she looks at the statue, a flame springs from its raised hand. One of the things I have always loved about Magrin is her affinity for fire, how it grows and spreads. You feel the warmth of the fire rippling across the room. You've given me what I need. I'll make sure to give the people of Defiance Bay the support they need. Now then, let me give you something you might need. She disappears, returning quickly with something in her hands. A weapon worthy of the goddess herself. Please accept it as my thanks for your service to Magrin, and to me. I got the Unforgiven item. I can only assume it's this flail. Huh. Whoa. That actually seems pretty legit. I think you may be losing your edge there, buddy. Let's compare it. The interrupt is weaker. The speed is faster. Fine. The damage is a bit lower. But the speed faster, so it kind of balances out. You almost wish you could see a DPS thing here. 20% damage. 20% attack speed. 30% damage. 30% damage. Plus 8 accuracy. Damage is burn. 30% of the grazes converted to hits. 25% increased burn damage. I mean, maybe it's better. It's crush damage versus slash. Why not? Let's just throw it in there. We'll mix it up a bit. He's been using that for a long time. Also, it looks really cool, so... Yeah. Yeah. Look, it just swings. That's funny. Okay, so I did all that. Let's go over here and talk and see if you want to actually give me some info that I actually want. So I did all the stuff that I was supposed to do. Hello.
Greetings.
Looking for the militia records. Yeah, I know. Oh. Oh, sorry. Apparently I proved myself. I'm sorry, guys. I skipped over that. I was expecting, like, a new thing. I figured this was just going to go through the old thing. Anyway, so apparently at some point you guys can pause and read. I'm sure it's probably like one frame or something, but I'm sure you guys can get it. He looks up at a shelf and withdraws a thick volume, shifting a layer of dust aside with his hand. The rosters are in the front, the inventories of the dead in back. He passes it into Eater's outstretched hands. Eater leaps through the book for some time anxiously, running his thick farmhand's fingers over page after page of names. At last, his hand stops, his fingers just below one name.
Woden Talesh died 18 Majaverno 2808.
Majaverno?
Third battle of Cleaban Relog. Blazing Glonfather names, I swear. Red Saris?
He stopped short, his eyes bulging. They scanned back and forth over and over. Red Saris.
I'll be the effigy. He fought for Raid Saris.
He stares at the page.
Why did he fight for Raid Saris?
His jaw agape before suddenly looking up at you. I don't know. I'm sure he had a good reason. What's it matter? He was a traitor. We may not be meant to find out. I'm sure he had a good reason. I am too. He stares at the page, his complexion drained. I am too.
We gotta go there. That battlefield. Clea, the one I said. I don't know how else I'm gonna make sense of all this. I gotta see what he saw.
A strange look comes over Adair.
And who knows, maybe his spirit will even be there and you can have one of your weird talks with him. I mean, worth trying, right?
I'd say so. I'll help you any way I can.
I appreciate that. I wish I could say you won't regret it, but you certainly might.
Yeah, well. I'm sure there's a ton of things that I will regret at some point or another. Yeah, I apologize, folks. I really didn't think anything was going to come of that, and it looked like the same, like the next dialogue was the same, so then I just started skipping, and I'm like, wait, something's happening. This is different. So, my apologies on that front, folks. Not really the plan that I was shooting for. Can I go inside? Only people with official invitations. Well, anything else you got to say to me? Nope. Alright, we're out of time, but we're going to head to the Crucible Keep, and I guess we'll load into it, and that's going to be where we break off the episode. We've accomplished quite a bit. Defiance Bay is nearly done. Pretty much everything is nearly done at this point, if I'm being 100% honest.
You think we could get another dog?
Keep this one company? Just a thought. Yeah, I would have liked that. Actually, that was one of the not arguments, but one of the things when we were getting our current puppy, little Miss Katie. We kind of wanted to get more than one dog, but at the same time, we didn't want to get more than one dog. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyhow, I'm going to go through the doorway here, and that's going to be where we break off the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been interesting. We've got a lot accomplished. We've done quite a bit, all things being told and equal and honest and whatnot. And yeah, stuff is just kind of advancing in a, I don't know if I'd say a natural way, but we're getting it done. Alright folks, until the very next episode, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.